This isn't just another wall ad. This
I'm doing the live, so if you want to come, it's not mandatory, no. Only if you want. Can you guys hear me? It should be a lot better today because I have the clip-on microphone. I have my coffee. I have something to smoke. I think I'm ready. Let's see who's here. A lot of people already. Where can I see the statistics? Cannot see the statistics. Vida Futura. Hi. Glenn James. Margie. Richard. Blue Corner. Am I using gas for what? For heating? Where do you get that idea? How's the floor coming along? I got the valves in today for the floor heating. Finally, it's now Friday. You all know it's Friday. So used to the videos. It should have been here Monday already. But now we should be able to continue on the floor heating. So what else is new? Hi. You don't see a wood burner? No, that's correct. I hear you fine. Good. Does everybody hear me fine? Because the last time the audio was sucked really hard. Good evening, all of y'all. Fernando, hi. Wales to Portugal. Good evening to you and all. Yes, good evening to you too. Jackie, yes, we can hear you. Greets from Opa. Huh? Dude, like, suddenly you're on my life? Like, where's your Instagram profile and shit? You, like, deleted all social media? Good to have you here, mate. When are you coming for a visit? Solutions from salutations. From Manchester. How is Manchester? I follow Charlie Veach sometimes. I see Manchester is a big Manchester. Yes, for heating. We had a wood burner in the other room until last winter. Sound not very good? What is always with the sound? Okay, this is maybe gonna... Yeah, so... Sound is not really loud, right? Can I do something maybe here to pump that up a little? Did this make it better or did this make it worse? I changed the setting. Good to see you, Quasimaniaro. Can't wait to see it. Me neither, the floor, I presume. ASMR, Dreamy Decibels. Hi. Hey. I see a very small profile picture. Is that who I think it is? Daisy. Hi, Daisy. Sound is good. How is the... Maybe you guys can write in English, then everybody can understand, and I don't have to translate. Where's my lighter? How is the property you got offered? Yeah, I sent it to a lawyer to check the papers. It's now 2 weeks ago. This morning I sent them another email. What is the status? Just have to wait. Sound is great. So much enjoy your new adventures. Is the sound still? Ah, now the sound is low. Ah, okay. Espera, espera. So this should be the loudest sound we can get. Is that better? Maybe I should articulate better also. I am still planning, my big friend. Just come for a visit. You still in Spain or you back in Holland? How much enjoy your daily adventures? I know I am a pest, but will we see a Halloween adventure? I don't think so, guys. I do have some ghosts here that light up for your Halloween experience. Always raining in Manchester. I call it Rainchester. That's the whole of the UK, right? Hey, Zoe, come here, sweetie. The people want to see you. Andeka. Oh, you want to sit on a pillow? Come on, up, up. Vamos. Come on. Old lady. Come on. Here's Zoe. Hi, everybody. Hola. Where are we? Dutch Vigilante. Good evening. I want to ask if there is a gas pipe running in your house. No. We have no gas here in Portugal. Yeah, bottles. And they're a hassle because like if you put them on the shower, you need to like change your bottle like every 3 weeks or so. Unless you have the large ones. Yeah, Chantal. Do I need to check the channel? ASMR Dreamy Decibels? I'll check it later, okay? Is there anything on there yet? Do you live in Portugal alone? And do you miss the Netherlands? No, I don't miss the Netherlands. I live mostly alone, yeah. Sometimes there are people here to keep me company. But I don't really miss anything from Holland. I miss things from 20 years ago, but in Holland that's also not... Holland is also not possible anymore. The Sam was better when you went across the kitchen to alter it. And when are you going to sit back? You're so quiet. Yeah, that's strange because I have the thing here. So, do you guys hear this? No, it's not even... The microphone is not even working, or what? Yeah, it is. Weird, guys. What is with this sound with YouTube? Okay, wait. Here's Akira. Hi, Akira. Maybe I should just like hold it in front of my mouth. Is that better? You say something. You say something. Zoe is better, yeah. She's not licking or scratching anymore. That's sweetie. Let me see, because I'm losing track of all the comments. Give us your best side eye, Zoe. I don't know what's with Zoe. Maybe she's waiting for the walk already, but it's like 5 o'clock, so. Can you not lay on Zoe? Not lay on the thing. Aww. This is also a hassle, like keeping it in my hand. Is it better like this? You flip a pancake darn well. Have you worked in the kitchen in another life? No, I worked in the kitchen in this life. But not making pancakes, making omelets mostly. Farmer's omelets, you would say in Holland. I appreciate your daily videos. Thank you, Kathy Ray. Good night from Macau. Macau. That's a little bit south of here, right? So are you heating your living space by electrics? Floor heating as well? You should watch a couple of more videos. Like from last winter, you can see what a hassle we had, like figuring out what kind of heating would be more efficient. I tried everything by now. Now we're doing floor heating. Yes, that is better. Sound is fine. Akira the pipe biter. Yes. So the hole was already there. She didn't duck the hole because of there was maybe a hole there in the pipe. The hole she dug already like a couple of weeks ago. And I forgot to put the footage in, or I didn't forget, but the camera, the security camera was not really nice footage, so I didn't want to put it in. But there was like, I saw on the camera Akira actually biting the thing and like jumping away because she was scared of the water coming out, and then she went back to see if it was interesting. So yeah, I'm quite sure that Akira was the, how you say, Malandra, the rebel. Even with earphones, better when you microwa. What? Jesper, the sun when you're holding it. Am I like? Don't I understand English all of a sudden anymore? Jasper, the sun when you're holding it. Sounds okay, but a little soft. Yeah, so maybe there's a setting in YouTube because all my microphones are like very low in audio. Or maybe it's the iPhone because all the videos I also pump up the audio level. Maybe we should try and do a live with something else next time. Audio is always a problem in videos, in lives. Music from the 90s, that is what I miss. Yeah. Huh? You miss music from the 90s from Holland? Music from the 90s. I was a teenager in the 90s, so this was like happy hardcore. Hello from California. Babausa. Well, that is a mean flip. What? The pancake flip? Sorry, the sound is better with the microphone close from your mouth. Not terrible, even with earphones, and still not deaf. The house at the Brazilians are working on. How come you didn't buy that, or was it not offered to you? It was offered to me for 15,000 euro. And I thought it was a little crazy. So I thought 8,000 was a very generous offer for this piece of land. And the owner declined it. And then 2 years later, he sold it to the Brazilians for a lot less. So you tell me. I was baffled. Great what you're doing. Keep it up. Thank you, Ruud. We will keep it up. Akira is mischievous, yes. Akira, the escape artist. No, that's Zoe. Zoe Houdini. Zoe is the escape artist. Not lately, though. Hola. Aquí de Wolverhampton. Wolverhampton. Ah, Carlos. Hope the storm and wind is not too bad in your area. We have a little bit of wind, but not really a storm or anything. Oh, I remember the bottles you had to change out last winter. Yes. They seem to be used up fast. Yeah, I think it was like a little over a week for a bottle. Now this room is not very efficient, right? And I leave the door open sometimes, although in the winter I try to keep it closed. But I think compared to electric heating, I don't know, because this electric heating, these small ones, they don't give a lot of heat. They're not so expensive, but you need to like sit right on top of them if you want to keep like somewhat warm. And this gas bottle has a little bit more area that it can heat. So probably maybe if you look like at the cost analysis, then maybe gas would be cheaper than electric, but like the hassle for me with all the bottles, I don't want to do it. The hot water heat should be nice and even once the room warms. The concrete walls retain it well. Yeah, so you really need to, like maybe with an open fire, like a fireplace, then you can maybe heat up these walls. But like even with the gas heater, the walls don't heat up and they stay like cold. And that's mostly the problem also, because it keeps bringing the cold back in. I hope the floor heating is going to do something like that, like more heat up the walls. And otherwise in Portugal you would need like a fireplace, like to really heat up the walls. My TV is in 87 to be able to hear you. Usually your videos it's around 10. Yeah, it's weird, guys. I'll swallow the microphone for now. Is this better? Maybe we can do some ASMR. 90s music. So you also remember my song. Take a guess. I'm not that good with names. Probably I should like see an artist name in your name or something. How would I otherwise be able to take a guess? Quasimaniaro. I have no idea. Say hi to Maria from the YouTubes. I will do. Zie net dat je live bent. In ieder geval de groeten uit Den Helder. Greetings from Den Helder. Andre. Greetings back. Do you use OBS? If so, it might be the volume is lower in OBS. No, but maybe no, I don't use OBS now, but maybe I should use OBS to get some more volume. O que era aquilo que a Maria diz não prato? Não prato? I have no idea, Frans. Maybe a translation is needed. Greetings from Langebaan, South Africa. Cindy, greetings. Hello from Northern Ireland. Drumlins. Hello. Sorry, I meant to say Zoe, the escape artist. Yeah. I remember she escaped the fence on the corner of the property. Yes, and she's still able to escape, but she needs to have like a really good motive. And it's quite a big drop, so I don't think she wants to take the risk. Hello. Greetings from Holland. Peter, greetings back. A rocket stove heater. I have never seen that for inside. Hey, Mary and Lutz. Welcome, good evening. Wood stove works the best. I have been using a wood stove to heat my house for 18 plus years. Yeah, but it gives also a mess and it smells. And I really don't want to go through my new roof with some kind of chimney. Good evening. It's the night fox still there. Yes, I'll put him in the video one of these days. I saw him the last week multiple times scouting the streets. How will you heat the underfloor heating? Electric. So in Holland we used to have these things, it was like for hot water and for heating the house with like radiators. And it didn't have like a reservoir or anything, but it would be connected on gas, and then you would have like a circuit for your radiators and it would be able to supply hot water. I have no idea what it's called in English. I want the same thing, but they have them now electric and not on gas. And it's like 4,000 kilowatt, so it's quite a lot. But like I said, I don't want to hassle with the gas. I looked for these things like 2 years ago. Then they were still pretty expensive, and I haven't looked them up now, but I imagine they maybe become a little bit cheaper, or at least better. What's up, Menina? ¿Qué pasa? Say something. Sweetie. It's not even like 6 o'clock yet. We do have plenty of wood to burn, that's true. Maybe eventually we're gonna need a wood burner because maybe there's no more electricity. Deborah, hi. Kjelrik. Hi from Greece. Looks like bacalhau, the things from Maria. No, it wasn't bacalhau because I didn't taste any fish. It was either something only dough. I think it was dough. What was my other guess? Potato. No, it wasn't potato. It's something with dough, but not with fish in it at least. Or any other recognizable flavor. Hello from England, Paul. Noticed the other day, when you went down onto the land, that you still have the cactus. Yes. Do you not get in touch with Luke and Sarah? Did they not want them? No, they took one big batch, but after that they had enough also. So, and I still need to cut also a lot. At first, my friends from the other village here maybe wanted some, but it's a lot of work to they want to plant them. So they also didn't have time yet to pick any up. So actually, the ones on the other land I want to burn now, before it's gonna rain even more and they're gonna suck back up all the moist, because they were nice and dried out. So actually, at least this weekend we need to burn that. And then we have a lot more to cut still here on the square. Did Maria left on the plate on the last video that you immediately ate? What Franz said was, what Maria did, what? Maybe I'm tired. Was what did Maria left on the plate on the last video? Yeah, so probably some dough thingy. I don't think it's the same things that they eat with like the Christmas or the New Year, because they're more round. These were more flat and less fluffy also. I have no idea. Would be worse if Akira was an escape artist in the heat. Yes. My wife asked if you usual coffees are hot or cold. She thought cold because you use a glass. Is there a story behind the glass that you use the coffee? There is a story behind the glass. It's not this glass. It's the other ones you saw in the videos. It's a typical Portuguese glass for a galão. So a galão is a coffee with hot milk. Sort of like a cappuccino, but not with the foam. So maybe more like a latte. And they used to be really like not strong. They used to do it with like old coffee that is already used. And these are like the typical glasses that they serve them in. Sometimes you see them in longer glasses, but I've seen these glasses a lot. And these have our own logo. I ordered them with Garridas da Luz. So yeah, that's the story behind the glass. The first 2 years that I came to Portugal on holiday, I didn't know about the word galão and that they had this. So as somebody who preferably drinks coffee with like milk, like hot milk, I always ordered like a cappuccino. And then sometimes they would ask me, what do you want the cappuccino with milk or with water? And I'm like, huh? With milk, of course. But they didn't like make it from the machine, because a lot of these local cafes, they don't always have milk. So they have these packages, these sachets. And you make them with water, right? Not with milk. So I always I'm ordering them, what do you want them with? With milk, of course. And then they put this sachet and they put it with milk, and it was even more horrible than it was with the water. Eventually I learned about the galão and all the other coffee varieties. You also have Mayo Delight. It's like half coffee and half milk, but I think it's mostly done with cold milk. So that cools down your coffee pretty rapidly. Then you have a Bica, that's like espresso, but then from the Lisbon area. But now everybody in Portugal uses it, I think. Okay, where were we? before I went on my Galau rant. Hello from the island of Anglesey. Anglesey, North Wales. Terence. Hi, Terence. It's called a boiler. No, because I thought the boiler was the ones that only do the hot water, like we have in the hotel house. There's like this thing on the wall that only does the hot water, but doesn't supply any circuit for radiators or anything. I understood that that was a boiler. Or maybe they're both called boilers. I don't know. Glass cups are used in Portugal for coffees. Yes. Oh, in other countries not. No, we usually use also these ones. We use in Holland for tea. Talking about coffee. Just a second, guys. Let me get another coffee. It's very annoying, like walking around with this microphone. Maybe I should just have like a desk microphone or something. These podcasters also have problems with audio all the time. I know. Test 1, 2. But now I need to keep my head like in the area of the thing. How many people do we have on the live? Anybody see that? Oh, here. 1, 2, 1 watching. Let me refresh. 1, 2, 1 watching. Guys, don't go too fast. Wait a minute. Where was I? Hi from Madeira. Madeira, it's also nice. Zoe is 7. 7. Não era pastéis de bacalhau. No, it wasn't bacalhau. Was it sweet or salty? Neither. But it wasn't like a sweet treat. It was like what is the opposite of a sweet treat? Hardy? Hardy? How easy is it to get to you? And would you have somewhere for me to stay if I volunteered? No, you need to read the page on the website about volunteering, and you can see exactly that we don't have any places to stay, except for maybe a tent. And I would not advise to stay in a tent in the winter here. Unless you're a very hardened. Hardened? Are there new people living in the village? Looks like some work going on one of those houses. Yes, that's the Brazilians. If you pay attention during the videos, then you would know that there are some Brazilians moving into the village. Greetings and congratulations on the trophies. I am using a translator. Congratulations on the trophies. What, these trophies? It's the Wall of Fame. Thank you for explaining the coffee glass. Yeah, we also have the espresso ones. You don't see them much, but with the logo. But since I don't drink much espresso, they're not much in the videos. Let me see, where was I? Flixley! Flixley! Meow! Meow! I used to have 10 bicas daily, yes. I have at least 10 gallons daily. When I was still living in Holland, I used to have 20 every day. Sitting behind my computer all day. Smoking and drinking coffee. I have a lot more active lifestyle now here. Boilers also do water for radiators and underfloor heating. Ah, okay, thanks Robin. I didn't know that. Another gallon, se faz favor. Se faz favor. It is a combi boiler. Ah, in Holland it's also called something with combi. Combi ketel. Like, I don't even know how to translate ketel. It's like a container. Did you solve the washing machine problem? Yeah. So guys, I think it was just like the last bit of like fluid from the dishwashing, from the washing liquid. Like I think like the foamy stuff like maybe went to the bottom or something. Because now I put in like half. I still didn't empty the bottle. But now the last two washes I put in half of the amount and then it doesn't foam so much. And my clothes are still clean, so. I think it was the liquid and not even the machine. When you buy cheap properties, what are the costs of the lawyer and the legal papers? In the UK, property purchases are very expensive with solicitors and lawyers. Yeah. So you should take in account like I did the calculation the other day, but now I lost it. Let me see. 1% is 200. Yeah, so between 5 and 10% of the purchasing price. Like in total, like the taxes, stamp duty, lawyer costs. But you actually need to divide it in like two parts. Like this, what I'm now talking about is the cost when you actually buy it. But you might also want to hire a lawyer to check the papers and all that kind of stuff. And that is just depends on how much work you want this lawyer to do, you know. If you can get like a lawyer or solicitor to even come to the land and inspect it, then it's even like more expensive. So I would say like all the stuff like before you actually purchase the property, I think it's like maybe 500 or 700 euro. All the stuff you need to get done. Like also like maybe getting like a bank account, getting a NIF number, getting like help with that. And then if you really make the purchase, you should like calculate between 5 and 10%. So I paid like 1,500 euros for this house on a price of 20,000 euro. So yeah, that's about 8%, a little less. Hi, sweetie. But it also depends on how many different articles they are, if it's urban, if it's rustic. Because urban you have a higher tax rate than rustic. So it all depends, but yeah, between 5 and 10%, although Yeah, maybe for very cheap lens it could be 5%. Nice, sweetie. Did you solve the washing machine problem? I already did that one. Press the like button. Press the like button, please. Hi from Friesland. Eating pizza. Enjoy your pizza. Eram sonos ou filoses? Filoses? Is that something with children? Filoses? Filus? Savory, yes. Sweet or savory? It was savory. Pastel de naad with coffee, yeah. I don't have a pastel de naadje. Can somebody email me one? I thought of buying like the 4, but if I buy them, then like you need to eat them like within a day, and I don't eat like 4 pastel de naats in one day. Wanna go down? What you doing? What's up? ¿Qué pasa? You wanna go? What you doing, sweetie? You wanna talk to? Here's the microphone. That will make volunteering a bit difficult. What, if there's no place to stay? Yeah. Will you paint the outside of your building? What do you mean paint? You want me to paint over the breeze blocks? That's not gonna look nice. The Wall of Fame looks good actually. Yes, thank you. I'm still enjoying it. Every time I look at it. It's a lot of work, but it looks pretty nice. We need some more presents though here, so feel free. Zoe, what's up? Please either go sit there, sweetie, or go down. I don't know what you want. Go down. Go down. Go down. Where was I? I'm the person who sent you emails asking for advice. There's a lot of people sending me emails for advice, dude. I have no idea, like, if your name doesn't correspond with the name in the emails, I have no idea who you are. Any updates from Alex and family? I was there last week, helping them with a video. So yeah, they're fine. They might be restarting their YouTube channel, but it also might still take a while before you get a video. I need something to smoke. Just a minute. Just a minute. Yeah. I don't think I've had time to make something to smoke. You guys are going way too fast with all the chat. Hi Jasper, have you thought about solar panel water heater on the roof of your house? Like they do in Spain and Greece and everywhere. Yes, you mean these things with like the round reservoir like on the top, right? I found them horrible. I showered with them a couple of times and the water doesn't really get hot, especially in the winter times. So I have not considered those at all. Hi Jasper, passing just to say hello. Have a nice weekend. Paulo, have a nice weekend, mate. Do you have electric? Please, guys, can you maybe like write in English? Yes, an electric boiler for the floor heating. Yes. On the floor of your washing machine, on the bottom is a little door with a filter. You need to clean behind it. I did that like half a year ago. And it wasn't that dirty. And the last time I cleaned it was never. And I have the thing already for like 10 years. So I don't think it's dirty again. When is Uncle Richard back? I have no idea. We just have to wait and see. I said to him it's not really important because we don't need Doug at the moment. So you see when the wife approves it, I said. So maybe he's waiting until the wife approves it. Any regrets about moving to Portugal? No. No, it's a whole different kind of life. I mean, especially with like going more slow and stuff like that. And accepting that people don't show up and waiting for the government. But no, you get used to it, and yeah, sometimes you just like either have persistence or don't want too much. But there's far more possible here than in Holland. So in Holland you would have already gotten like a no or something. So definitely no regrets. Maybe also not regrets, but maybe I should have approached the whole Portugal project like a little bit different. Like what I advise people now mostly is if they have like building skills or if they think they can renovate a house and they don't know how to make money in Portugal, I always say like buy first a house that you can sell, you know, fix and sell, flip. And this might have been also like a better option for me to do, like first start here like with a simple house and try to renovate it and then sell it and then make some money and maybe do another one. And then maybe either in the meantime or after that, like find a house for yourself. That is what I maybe would have done different, but not about Portugal in itself. How far is the Maxmat, or whatever it's called, from you in kilometers? 20. 20 kilometers. And because it's like roads that go with a lot of curves, it's also 20 minutes. Where in Portugal can you buy the stroop for the pancakes? You can't. Not the sugar, like the sugar syrup that we have in Holland. Van Gils. You cannot buy it here. I bought some other, like it's called like kind of Westminster, I think, like syrup or something. But it's completely different. But the Dutch like pancake syrup is not good for you. It's like so much sugar. But I love it also. I really like it. But that's one thing I haven't found here yet. If anybody wants to like bring a present from Holland, bring me some of that. Van Gils, Schenkstroop. Only 54 likes, guys. What are you doing? You don't even like my channel. It's horrible. From just down the A23. Hi Jasper and Zoe from just down the A23. Ah, UK cheese farmer side piece. What a name, mate. Just down the A23. So that's Vila Vella de Roda or further. Abrantes or even further. Terras Novas. Here in Manchester, Lidl does have great fresh everyday pastel de nata. What? Really? Okay. Yeah, I should go more to Lidl because their quality is also, in my experience from Holland, I know the quality from Lidl is quite good. I'm just like, some things that they don't have at Lidl that I want. and therefore I need to go to Auchan, and I don't want to go to two supermarkets, so then I just take everything from Auchan. But I think, for instance, the meat is a lot better at Lidl than at Auchan, because I really don't like the meat at Auchan. If you have like the, what's it called again? Picanha. I buy these things of picanha, it's like meat, and they just cut it too far to the end, so it's very like rough, and it's not even nice. And the minced meat sometimes has like really hard balls of fat in there. So I wanted to check out Lidl for some meat and stuff. Zoe says more snackies now. Yeah, Zoe is still on a diet. Did I tell you guys that they both lost 1.5 kilo? We were at the vet the last week and they got weighed. They both lost 1.5 kilo. So we want to keep that up. Zoe's looking at me like, you think that's funny? Human? Zoe, huh? Zoe is obviously jealous of your audience. Hi Jasper, I'm a bit late to the party. I'm poorly at the moment. Oh, well, I hope you're doing better soon then, mate. We're still here, so... Do you feed the volunteers? No, mostly not. A pizza on Friday, mostly, if it's convenient. I try to when we have a chef, but I really don't have like the possibility to feed them. So that would like, then I need to like stop working like an hour before the rest of the people to start cooking some kind of lunch or dinner. I don't see myself doing that. We're still looking for a chef, if anybody's interested. The cake that Maria gave you yesterday are called in Portugal sonhos ou filoses. Depending on the region, it's a lemon and cinnamon fried dough. No, I didn't taste any cinnamon or lemon. I still think you should have pressure tested the heat tubes before you poured the concrete floor. I was thinking about that, right? So the only reason that that would be a good idea if it like had a fault like from factory. Like, and for that it might have been a good idea, but like for after me like attaching them, I think there's more risk in like when I'm driving over them like pouring the concrete floor. And you suggest testing before I pour, but I think there's more risk in when I'm pouring it that I would make like puncture in it or something. So I wouldn't see why I would have needed to test it before I poured it. It would have maybe been a good idea to test it if it wasn't broken from factory. You could make an argument for that, but before pouring it, like running over it with the wheelbarrow would have made the most risk of puncturing it, I think. Akira! Can you stop barking and get away from the pipes? Andeka! Andeka! Akira's sitting like looking at the pipes we just fixed yesterday, barking. Huh? Menace, you're a menace. Yes. Okay, let's see, guys. Yeah, shame that Alex stopped doing videos, but it's nice to know that they're okay. Yes. Alex posted a video on his Facebook page the other day about the new milking parlor. If you're interested, go check it out. Hi Jasper, you see a lot of spiders. Oh. Now I lost the comment. Spiders or snakes? No, normally no. Like in the 4 years I saw one snake in my garden. But in the other video I was checking out the olive trees on the other land from the 12,000 euro house we bought right next to here. And I saw like a really long, like this, but only the skin. Like they shed the skin, and I saw a really long skin like laying there, like this, like maybe yay thick. And I was really surprised because I haven't seen them that big. Like the former one I saw was like a small one. So yeah, funny that you ask. We already tried to figure it out, but it's neither of those. Yeah. So well, because Maria was standing in front of the gate here, and I think she mentioned to me what it was called, because she said, "Did you see the thingies?" And I didn't recognize the name, so I thought she was talking about those things she made, because she was like smiling with it, and like it made sense to me that she was talking about those things. So I'll look back the footage from the video from the surveillance camera and see if I can hear what she calls it. And then we know. It might be just the balls that they have. It looked a little bit like the balls they have with Christmas. Like we have also in Holland, oliebollen. And it's sort of like the same thing, just a bodol with a crispy like outside. Only these were a little bit more dense and more flat. So maybe she just like made a mistake or something that they got dense and flat. I don't know. Where am I? Jasper, I'm late and you frozen on the TV, so I'm now watching on my tablet. Love the boys behind. Thank you. We'll be freezing here soon, I think, with the weather. Autumn is in full swing. Pizza finished, now coffee and a spliff watching a Dutchman in remote Portugal. Yeah, sounds like me. I also watch sometimes other Dutchmen in, no, mostly not Dutch. Mostly UK people I watch in Portugal. I think Zoe was asking for her dinner. Yes, that's right. And she still is, because she's right over here, like looking at me like this. And she licks her lips, so she actually wants to go walking, but she only wants to go walking because after the walk there's dinner. It's way too early, sweetie. Uma hora. Uma hora. Espera. How you consider a tankless water heat? Have you considered a tankless water heat? For what? For the floor heating? We're gonna have a tankless. Like tankless, you mean like reservoir, right? Like floor heating is the same as radiators. It doesn't have a reservoir to heat water up, because that's only for taps when you want to like use hot water in your sink. So what have I considered tankless water heat for? Sooner tea. What Maria brought yesterday is called Philosos. Greetings from Olga and Richard from Switzerland. We'll see. I'll let you know in one of the next videos what she said. Or maybe you can hear it for yourself. The one who was asking if it's possible to buy a property, small ruin with small land from locals under 10k. Ah, okay. Which price range is realistic? Dude, you send me an email and then you send me like the day after another email with the same question, and now you come to the live and ask the same thing. I'm gonna answer your email, mate. Hold on. Holland is not Friesland and not the Netherlands. Holland is not Friesland. You're talking now about like 3 different things. Holland is not Friesland, no. Because that's different provinces. And it's not the Netherlands. I don't know. Friesland was also below sea level, I think, dude. But maybe not. Will your sister be coming for a visit next year? Which sister? I don't think either one. But maybe they do. I don't know. Your diet sucks. You need to cut out all that sugar shit and carbs, and maybe you won't be so hungry all the time. What sugar? Please tell me what sugar. Like on my pancakes? That's like once a week. And carbs. You're not a fan of carbs, probably, right? Yeah, we can have a whole debate on that. You're probably taking like 200 grams of protein powder a day, which is absurd. Now I can't even find your comment anymore. What happened with the original special project, EA, the outside room in your garden? What happened with the original special project? The secret project. Yeah, that was the secret project, the one here in the garden. But we now have a new secret project, which is the current work shed. But you should pay more attention during the videos, because you should have known already like a long time what the secret project is. If you're following along for that long, since that was a secret project, you should have already known what the secret thing about the project is. Watch the videos from the guys who were building these tables and these couches, because I also asked them to build something else for in this special project. And if you saw that segment, then you should exactly know what I'm going to make. But there were a lot more hints. Why don't you talk about your parents? What should I talk about my parents for? No news. Golden syrup is great. I don't know what that is. Golden syrup. How do you feel about unexpected guests? Oh, like I said, everybody can like come around here if they want, like see the village and say hi and stuff like that. I have no problem with that. I don't like unexpected guests who want to stay longer. Then you should have notified me. So I have no problem with unexpected guests, but unexpected guests won't stay long. Buy some chicken for your own meat. Yeah, so who's gonna slaughter the chickens? Not me. I'm not that hardened yet. I think I will only do that when push comes to shove. If there's no more chicken or meat in the supermarket, then I'll probably start trying to kill my own food. Forced to do it. Hi Jasper, this is a very big project you have going on. Otherwise, you will have to wear yourself out. You will also need more mechanical help. What about the camper that you have to leave? Part 1. Lars, I have no idea what you're talking about, mate. This is a very big project you have taken on. Yes. But I have a lot of time. Otherwise, you will have to wear yourself out. That's not an English sentence. And I will not wear myself out. Like, people are way too comfortable. You know you have 16 hours in a day, right? Like, don't hang on the couch. You have enough energy to do other stuff. You know how people used to live, like 50 years ago, 100 years ago? You see how Maria lives? She's been working for 82 years. She's not wearing herself out. You who sits on the couch would have probably already died. Not meaning any of you in particular. What about the camper that you have to leave? This is also not a English sentence. Part 1. Mary asks, do you ever take the dogs to the sea for a walk on the beach? And if so, how far is that from you? Yeah, I sometimes go to Lisbon. There are also videos about this, that me and the girls are at the beach in Lisbon. But like in the summer, it's a little bit hassle because dogs are not allowed on the beach. So sometimes in the autumn or in the spring. But we have not been for a long time. So sometimes it happens, but not enough. Lisbon is about 2 hours drive away. Yes, it's true. Lido has a bakery. They do very good pastel de nata. Also there we have the Portuguese warehouse and we can get anything from Portugal, but a bit expensive. Yeah. I know these kind of things. They also have like Russian shops and Polish shops and stuff like that. Part 2. It would not go away. Remember to use nails and not screws to fix the stern boards under the gutter. Use nails, not screws. Why? I'm gonna use screws, Lars. Don't tell me what to do like without explaining anything why, you know, like you should do this, but why? What Maria brought you yesterday is called, oh, this I already. Volunteer. 2 times a day a massage, 3 times a day meal freshly cooked, a room with air conditioning, shower, bath, and a walk with the girls. Yeah. Yeah. No, all of the volunteers we had up until now were very, how you say, accepting of all the situation here. Although I'm gonna ask for reviews, like the next couple of volunteering people who come to volunteer, so maybe there comes something out of these reviews that is missing here or could be better or whatever. Hey Jasper, what happened to your friend who was there right from the beginning? It was quite a young guy. Yeah, there was Duarte. Yeah, he still goes to school and he lives now in Portimao in the Algarve. So he moved with his father from Castelo Branco to Portimao. Yeah, we had a lot of fun together. His brother helped out after that a couple of times, Philippe. It was also very much fun. But Philippe now has a full-time job at a tire shop. So he doesn't have much energy to come over here and do stuff. Hi Jasper, how do you fund your life in Portugal? What type of work do you do? I work online. I make web applications for clients in Holland. It's not your time yet, Zoe. So yeah, that's, but I don't like to sit behind the computer so much. So I try to keep that to a minimum, like only the money we need actually. I would love it if YouTube starts bringing in some more money, but that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Akira wants again to puncture the hose. Yeah, I hope not, guys. I wish I could lose 1.5 kilo like the girls. No more snackies. No more snackies. Tiny house of dirt built with the big machine. Is it possible? Tiny house of dirt built with the big machine. That might be possible, but I'm not going to do that. Most snakes will avoid you if they hear you coming. Yes. But the dogs are very fast. And I think Zoe went after one like 2 years ago. It went up to the into a hole in the tree. What is everybody me tooing about? He, his, is. He is. Me too. Nice. Ah, what? Everybody's smoking, or what are you, what are we talking about? What happened with purchasing reboring property? Reboring? Neighboring? No? Reboring? Yeah, guys. So how many people are now here? 168. So the house we are trying to buy is actually the house next to this one. So if you're following along, then you should know that the house next to my main house was owned by an elderly home, and we're trying to get already like for them to sell it to me for 4 years, and they gave me a price 3 weeks ago. Don't tell anybody yet. I never see you prepare a decent meal. All junk from the supermarket. Can you find farmers there? There's nothing like fresh food. Yeah, it depends on how, like, all junk from the supermarket. Yeah, dude. What do you want me to do? To go to local farmers to get local meat from a sheep they slaughtered? Get real. You see how much I have to do, like, around here? All junk from supermarket. Not everything from the supermarket is junk. Come here, be a chef. You can get all this kind of shit for me, yeah? Come and cook here. And you go get everything from local farmers. Let me see you do it. Bon dia, Jasper and the girls. I wish you well. I'm so glad you are back to finish off the room. You deserve to do something for yourself rather than enjoy. How did the property sale go? Yeah, not yet. There's no change in the status of the property we're gonna buy. Yeah, I'm also glad we're like finishing my room. Although I must say I was also very happy in the old situation. So yeah. I don't know, I get used to stuff like really fast. If something is very good, but also if something is not very good. What Maria brought yesterday. Oh, I'm reading. Are we like recycling comments, or am I every time reading the same comment? Is it hard to learn Portuguese when coming from the Netherlands? Yes. I think it's just about as hard as for a Portuguese to learn Dutch. But you wouldn't have any experience with that. So. It's not like learning English, absolutely not. Or Russian. It's even more difficult than learning Spanish. It all depends on if I never thought I was like a language kind of guy until I learned like different languages. And now it goes very easy for me. It's also a mindset. If you think it's hard, it's going to be hard. You need to gather like Portuguese people around and then every time have a little bit more conversation and learn words and stuff. If you stay by yourself or only with your Dutch or UK friends, then you'll never learn Portuguese. Tankless is a geyser in Dutch. Yeah, and a geyser in Dutch is a boiler in English, I understood. Vigilante when that door needs for tank. Carlos, I believe you. I have no idea. The volume is very low. I can't hear you while I'm washing up. Maybe stop washing up. I can also not hear my TV when I'm washing up. Unless I put it on a volume that like the whole village can hear also my TV. What about your room? What about your room outside wall? Is it ready for winter? No, it's not ready for winter. We still need a French drain there. And a sort of container to catch the water from the gutters. Been watching for ages. Can't remember though what's happening with the French drain situation. Yeah, not much. Or is that a job for another day? Loving the channel. Yeah, so the rain is like, raining season is, well, officially it's not coming yet, but there's rain coming down. So it would be good if we, besides the finish the room, also do that French drain over there. And I actually ordered all the blocks, the cement blocks, to make the wall there. Retaining wall. So that's also something we're gonna do in the next couple of months. Hello from Alaska, Jasper. Love your channel and all of the repair project that you do. I was wondering, are you considering a small tractor with a bush flail? Brush flail. That might help you clear around the olive trees. I don't know what a brush flail is. I would love to have a small tractor. Like also to cut the grass like on the other land. Also to haul stuff around. And also maybe to clean the roads. Because the local authorities are not doing anything about that. And as you saw in the last couple of videos, I'm trying to clear out the waterway in the street, which has like 15 to 20 centimeters of soil in it. And once it's cleaned one time, maybe I can get one of these brush things, like so I can maintain it a little better. What about your room outside? I've been watching for ages. Hello from Alaska. Which home do you want to be fully completed and what is left to get finished? Which home do you want to be fully completed? Yeah, so we're first going to finish this house that we're in now. But that's still going to take a long time, guys. It's not only my part. Like eventually these are going to be Airbnbs, so we also have to we're going to have a toilet and a shower in this room and in the other room. We're going to make a new veranda with like roof tiles and like probably concrete arches. So there's a lot that still needs to be done here. What is left to get finished? Yeah, a lot. Got there late, sorry. Just wanted to tell you that I'm really happy for the long-suffering Mazda and her new tires. Yeah, I hope the Mazda is going to be okay for a while, although the dashboard also failed the other day. A little further, Castel de Boot. That is near that has the dam. I've been there on holiday once. So funny people choose what you eat. Carbs are good for the amount of physical work. Yeah, and I have a very fast metabolism, so I know that if I would like eat carb free, that I would eat a lot less food, but I'm not willing to like eat only meat and fish and stuff like that and vegetables. I don't see the use why. And for building muscle, it's definitely not the best thing. I know that from experimenting with it. Everybody is different, guys. Every body is different. Okay, sorry, I didn't know you saw it or that it was disturbing you. I was in a bit of a hurry because I'm arranging a place to stay. Ah, okay. Yeah, if you want solid advice, like, then make an appointment and pay for it, right? Like, then you can have an hour of my time and you can ask me any question that you want. But if I'm giving you free advice, then don't count on me, like, giving you direct replies. My time is valuable, guys. Although I love to hear your questions because I can also work with that and maybe inform more people in videos about questions that everybody has. So I'm very much willing to help, but don't expect that I reply directly. Hi Jasper and everybody. Verplichte kost. Hi. How do you feel about the other guy's dog running free all over the village? Yeah, that's a thing in Portugal, right? Like they have a lot of dogs that are Toby also. Like he also comes around when he wants, when he wanted to, when he was still coming around. And there are more dogs, so it's kind of normal. It's always like in the beginning, it's a little bit like with Vegette now, and he's like very active and like going after them. And Toby also did that in the beginning, but then after a while, they cool a bit down, and we can have like a normal walk with them with us. But now Vegette is still like running by, and Zoe is like, ugh, like standing still in her tracks when he comes and stuff like that. But as soon as they get a little bit more acquainted with each other and with the situation, then I think it'll be all right. It's now a little bit annoying because I used to have very quiet walks and are now not so quiet. Although he doesn't come with us every day, it's just sometimes. Work you do. As I have said before, you are my inspiration. My kitchen is coming along great. I also bought power tools to help. Maybe sometimes I can come and chef for you for a week. It was my job. Ha! Yeah, if your name is Side Piece. Although I'm not sure what a side piece is. It can be a gun also, I think. It can be like a girl on the side. Or a dish on the side, right? I don't know. You're more than welcome to come and cook. Free dogs is a Portugal thing. Oh, have you ever been in Spain? There's maybe more like stray dogs. There you have a lot of stray dogs. They can keep you up at night, like all night. You can have central heating on gas, electricity, but also the whole thing connected to a wood pellet burner. So also the floor heating and I guess for water too. Many options. Yeah, yeah, but wood pellet burning, then I need to buy pellets, right? Like these small things. How would you do that if shit hits the fan and there are no more pellets? Can you like put like wood in there? I don't know, I always like to think a little bit further ahead. Yeah, I saw that the Make Do Grow channel, they also have like this new burner thing. And it also like is a backup, has a backup system for if something doesn't produce enough or something. Greets from Spain. It has been hot here. Lucky me has do no digging ditches. Yeah, you need to save the digging of ditches for the digging weather. My guess was right about the house on the side of where you are making French drain. Yes. I has no time to cook. No. I actually I'm cooking a lot more in the last couple of months for myself than I ever did. Normally I would only like cook dinner and the rest I would eat like sandwiches or go out and get something or and now I actually cook. It's more like heating up like meat and vegetables and rice or fries or potatoes or it's not really cooking. It's more like you call it cooking, but it's not sophisticated. Portimao. I might see him there sometimes. I am from there. Ah. How did you end up choosing Portugal? Did you have any Portuguese friends in the Netherlands? No, but did you see the Escape the Red Race video on the main channel? Because there I say that my Dutch friends introduced me to Portugal. And one of them is Portuguese. I'm surprised you are not using a mouse on the computer, Jasper. I thought it was too much clutter here for the shot. Although we do have a lot of clutter already. Ashtrays, cables. Bush flails is a mower attachment to clear grass and bush. Ah, okay. Yeah, I finally got to the live. Welcome. Learning Portuguese is somehow more difficult than learning Spanish or German, English, French. Especially speaking Portuguese is difficult for a foreigner. I don't know if it's much more difficult than German or French. German is also very difficult. And French is a lot like Portuguese. Like I think I learned counting in Portuguese, at least from 1 to 10 or 1 to 15. I learned it so fast because it's almost the same as in France. Your plans are way over your head doing it alone. Yeah, I would love to get some help, but if not, then I'll do it alone. I have some time left, guys. This is I need to have something to do for the next 30 years. 40 years, 50 years. Still love the wood wall. You inspire me to create a similar thing for my hallway and up the stairs. I love the effect and it's so personal. You have the best ideas. Yeah. It's also because I don't watch a lot of TV and stuff, so you get like more things to think about. I'm now thinking about the mezzanine, the loft thingy we're gonna build for me to sleep in the other room. And I've been watching a lot of videos and like thinking about how we're gonna do that. It's nice to be like, you get great ideas when you contemplate. A bobcat skid steer with street. Ooh! Maybe you want to make a donation? I like skid steers. And if they have like bush sweepers and like mower attachments, I'm all for. But here in Portugal, all these machines are very expensive. $118 likes, nice. Hi Jasper, I would love to see you building a concrete pool in your garden next summer. Like a real pool, right? Yeah, I would like to see that also. I don't mind if it costs some extra tax, I just want like a big pool. We have to stop writing in the chat for some moments so Jasper can catch up. Yeah, I think I'm almost catch up now, thanks. What exactly is in your pancakes? They look so nice and easy to make. Yeah, they're very easy. It's like flour, milk and an egg. Like I do 150 grams of flour, 1 egg, and then milk until it's like creamy. That's it. You can wrap copper pipes around a wood stove pipe and connect it to your underfloor heating. Yes, there are all kind of ways to do it. There's all kind of ways to do that. I was thinking about this kind of system for a hot tub outside. Having some of these copper pipes run into a fire. €1. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and €5. Do you have a clear plan of when or what you want to build repair? No. No, I mostly go day by day. There is some like vague, all overarching plan that you can also see in Escaping the Red Race video on the main channel. But mostly we change plans very often. This is due to progression into the project. When you progress into a project, everything gets more clear, and this changes your ideas. One mistake I made in the last couple of years was accommodating to a lot of other people who were wanting to stay here. Like renovating this whole kitchen for a chef who eventually left and all that kind of stuff. Building walls on the other land for people who don't come. And from now on, we're not going to do that anymore. So I'm not going to accommodate other people. That's why there are possibly also no other people here anymore. But I'm going to get my own house done now first. The other people are now rebuilding a house near you. Did you like it better when you was the only one doing that? Yes. On that, I said it in another video. On the one hand, it brings a little bit livelihood to the village, but on the other hand, I'm really not. I don't need it, and it's more of a hassle. It's not really a hassle, but like some things come up that I like. They invite more people here, and then they have until like late in the night. They're like noise and singing, and the dogs are barking. And it's not a problem, but it's also different than it was before, and I liked it better how it was before. So yeah, I can't expect like that nobody shows up in the village, right? It's like, yeah, and they speak Portuguese, so they have a lot more, how you say, possibilities to check out what they can buy and what they can do and stuff like that instead of me. For me, it's all a hassle. Not speaking Portuguese. And it would take a long time before I really have like that knowledge of Portuguese that I can like really make a conversation in all these kind of niches. Like general talking is something else, but as soon as you go talk about cars or talk about rebuilding stuff, although from the rebuilding I know now a lot of words. But it's also with like purchasing properties and the law, and it's all like new words and difficult words, and for Portuguese it's all a lot easier. Why don't you get Akira fixed as you don't have to worry so much? I don't worry so much. It's kind of fun. I also don't mind if we get puppies, but like in a bigger perspective, it might not be wise to put more dog puppies into the world, into Portugal. Although they would all be fine and be very well raised probably, but although there's something to say for that also. I also think you shouldn't put children in this world, because it's going to be hassle for them, especially in 20 or 30 years. But there's also another side to that. So if you want to change the world, the only way you can do it is like raise children that do better than all the other people. So it's also with dogs. So we might get her like sprayed next year. I wanted to do it this year, but then I didn't. So yeah. Do you still have the smell in your bathroom? Yes. We're gonna do something about that in one of the next videos. Did you guys all leave? Because I don't see any more questions coming in. Jasper, how old are you? But that's like an indecent question. I like stopped counting when I was 27, and that was like a couple of years ago. He won't tell you his age. The only thing we know is that its birthday is in February and we don't know the day. No, you're wrong. My birthday is not in February. When your dog shows up in your videos, I get my 15 seconds of peace and quiet. We want more dogs. Girls? Girls? Oh no, they're gonna think we go for a walk or that they get dinner. It's very quiet out there. Is there anything going on? Why is it so quiet here? What are you doing? It's the same as with children. Like once it gets quiet, there's mostly something up. Let me see. Where are we? Oh yeah, my birthday. There are a couple of people outside my family who know my birthday. When your dogs show up in your video, did you manage to repair the bin container wheel? No. I think it's now the 4th time that the guys from the trash came to empty the thing after I looked at the wheel for the first time. I said yesterday Alex was here, and I said yesterday to Alex, I said, I'm gonna do the wheel. And then I didn't yesterday. So it's coming in one of the next videos. When buying a ruin for renovation in Portugal, is it important to keep off the number of floors? When buying a ruin for renovation. Yeah, so you need to like make a distinctment. Like there's a difference between like a ruin on a piece of rural land or a ruin on a urban plot. But I think in neither case you are allowed to put on a second floor. But I might be wrong there, but because as far as I know, if you have like an urban building with a habitation license, you cannot make the building higher. So you cannot put in a second floor. You can make it a little higher like I did because maybe you want to level out the walls. And maybe they have a set amount for what you're allowed to do, but it's probably no more than 30 centimeters or 50 centimeters to make the walls level again. So that's for an urban house. And for a house on a for a house on a rural piece of land, I know, as far as I know, the facade, sort of the face of the building, is not allowed to change. So that would also mean that you cannot like put on a second floor, because then the facade of the building like gets twice as high, right? So I don't know where this comes from. Maybe there's like some municipalities that allow this. Or maybe it's sort of a real estate selling argument, like, oh, the square footage of the print of the building doesn't change, so it wouldn't be such a risk to put on a second floor, but I don't think it's really allowed. But again, I have no experience there, so maybe I'm mistaken. sorry. Would you consider getting a hand truck to help you lift heavy things? I think it would help you a lot. Yeah, but I also like to like to think of like sort of ingenious or genius things. Like find another way to move it if you don't have the exact equipment. Like in one of the next videos you're gonna see that I now put like my fridge like 60 centimeters higher. Yeah, don't ask why. But I needed to get the fridge like lift off the floor 60 centimeters and put on like a plateau. Eventually you find a way. And there's nothing wrong with a little bit manual labor, guys. Although maybe if you're moving like 40 bags of cement, then you could say like, oh, maybe this trolley thing is handy. Instead of like doing it in a wheelbarrow or something with 4 bags at a time. I don't know. So you misled us, cause I'm almost sure that back in February you said that it was the month you were born. No, I don't lie. So I wouldn't have told you that. Maybe it was about star signs, and maybe you're now confused because I interpret star signs differently than most people. We had a discussion on that when we sat at the fire. We had a live at the fire, and I think you mean that that live. And probably something like I said was that I am Aquarius. But that's only because I think differently of when Aquarius is than you guys think it is. We're going into this subject again. But if you look up on Wikipedia, when the sun is actually in Aquarius nowadays, then you might get a hint of when my birthday is. But don't assume because I said Aquarius with a whole story around it that it's February. So that might be your confusion. Don't tell me I'm misleading you, because I'm not. I don't give a shit. Good. I'm also glad you are thinking of your own comfort to make things better for others and then they leave. Yes. Do the job you need doing in your order than others. You give so much content. You give so much content. End. Come on then. What? I lost track of that question. Job you ordered than others. Yeah. Yeah, I like to have other people around and like I don't mind accommodating for these other people, but if you then don't hold to your agreements, then I'm like sort of fucked, right? Mine is in June, if anybody's interested. The topic in question was that someone asked you what was your astral sign, and I think you said Pisces. Yes, but I am Pisces, yes. That's true. So when is Pisces? When is most of Pisces? Somebody doesn't know their star signs. How tall are you? Very tall. The last time I measured this was 192, which I think is 6'3". About the pool, my opinion, it's the best and the cheapest option, plastic pool. with pump. It's a hassle. I had a plastic pool. But generally, I think concrete pool is better. What do you think? Yeah, I would like to build like a real pool. Like the one with the blue tiles, like so your water looks blue, and filters and stuff like that. And where you can swim like from one side to the other. That would be nice. I heard that the law for pools has altered in Portugal, so it might be worth looking up. I told that in one of the videos also, so I know that. Could you convert the wetland to a pool since there's a base already built? No, for one it's too small, it's not deep enough. And that's gonna be like right in front of the porch we're gonna have. I'd rather have it a little bit more to the back. What I would like is where the land stops, there's a retaining wall. And I would like to have sort of an infinity pool, like going like until the retaining wall, that you can look out into the valley. That one was for me. I don't know, Tara, which one was for you. You mean I was addressing one of your questions? About Pisces? Do you have a loyalty card at Maxmat? No. I should get one. Do you have your own parking space? No, nothing like... Nothing with my name on it. I should. I know. So you never got my parcel that I sent. Oh well, some custom officials got some sweet... Oh, the maple syrup. Yeah. So I got an email that the customs was gonna send it back to its like origin. I didn't get any questions about like if I want to like pay for something or if I need to sign for something or whatever. I only got an email like the package is being sent back to its origins. So I think they saw a problem like with the import or something. I wouldn't send. I was already surprised that like stuff from the UK, like food stuff, like arrives in Holland. But I think even from Canada, it's even less likely that food stuff is gonna arrive. I think. Pisces, most of it is in March and the last week of February. Yeah, so if I said I'm Pisces, then why do you assume it's February if most of Pisces is in March? I don't get it, Lord. I don't get the logic. Do you get the logic? Zoe's ready for a walk. Huh, Zoe? Yes, human. Yes, human. Almost, sweetie. Zoe, she's waiting for dinner. Yes. Individuals with the sun in Aquarius are known for their unique and uncontroversial approach to life. Unconventional approach to life. They often think outside the box and are not afraid to challenge the status quo. Yeah, I don't really believe in horoscopes like that. You should watch a guy named Darren Brown. And I think there are multiple Darren Browns, but this is a guy from the UK who does magic tricks and stuff, and he also was on TV with like very weird mind control stuff. And you should see what he does with like sort of horoscopes. He asks like 50 people to come to a location and to bring a very personal item from them. And then he will take the personal item and write something about them, like a horoscope. And everybody turned in their items. and he gave everybody personal, how you say, characteristics of their person. And everybody was reading it, and people said it was like 80% or 70 or 90% true to their person. Eventually, it turned out they all got the same papers. 50 people all got the same papers, and they recognized themselves in these papers for 80 or 90%. And this is the same with horoscopes. Like, it's just like what you want to see, you see, you know? So, in that way, I don't believe in that way in horoscopes. Sounds beautiful, your plan for the pool. Thank you. The girls want to walk. Yes, the girls want to walk. Ghost Town Mayor should be on your nameplate on your parking spot. Yeah. President of the Ghost Town. I think at the Ocean I should also have like one of those parking spots. Or just one that says like Vanessa or something, like for the van. Roof! What is everybody like donating? Thank you very much, guys. Excuse me. Just for you to slip up and tell us when is your birth month? Yeah. You slipped up. You slipped up and now you're blaming me. What good would that do you, like knowing my birth month? You can send presents any time of the year. It doesn't have to be at my birthday. Good evening, a bit late to the party. Yes, you are a bit late because like we're maybe going for 10 minutes and then I need to walk with the girls. It's maybe already too late for the forest because it's getting dark already. Goodbye, Wilbray. Zoe is concerned with your mental health. It's almost dark here in the Algarve. About those lovely girls got their walk. They should get their walk, yes. Love your decoration. This? Yeah, cool, huh? Thanks. Jasper, in an older video, you had a large PV inverter on your table. What came of this project? Yeah, it's now, girls. They're protesting because they want to go for a walk and food. Yeah, the inverter, it's now in the shed. With a big battery. I also bought a 100 amp hours battery. We're gonna install that also one of these days. I might need some of you guys' expertise if anybody has expertise on connecting up solar stuff. Because it's like high amperages, higher than like your normal municipal electricity. So I'm a bit hesitant to do it myself. But if it has to be done, it has to be done. The keys and all. Yeah, Garridas de Luz. These were all in this house when there was a drawer with all keys. I think it's most of the houses in Garridas. Tell us about the new possible property to buy. Yeah, I can't tell much about that, guys. I already told you very sneaky that it was like the house here next to this house. But really more I can't tell you. There's a lot to tell about it because they had to like re-register the buildings and the lands and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be an interesting video, but I first want to be sure that we have an agreement. I don't think the pool you have This is like hard plastic pool. Ah, you have to first dig a hole. Ah, okay, like the casted pool. Yeah, that could also be an option. But I think that's rather expensive. And since we're kind of DIY, I think it would be nice if we made this pool ourselves. Although I realize it's a big project and we have a lot of projects already. It's like I said, I'm not concerned with any projects that are not within like the next couple of months, because you can think about it now, but in the meantime, something will change and all your thoughts have been for nothing. So you better just start thinking about it when it becomes relevant. Ewan and Carissa may be able to give you advice about solar. Really? Because they sell Bluetti, because they promote Bluetti. That's a completely different system. I consult Ewan mostly when I want to know something about wine or olives or stuff like that. I don't think Ewan and Carissa are the right people to ask for solar. Get a company to sponsor you for solar, Jasper. Yes, I tried that. Maybe you can try and find me a company to sponsor me for solar. I did Bluetti and I did All Stars. What's the name? All Power. And they both suck really hard. So I don't need that sponsors. I also tried to find a sponsor for the pool. You can find sponsors for a lot of things, but it costs a lot of time to find sponsors. Do the wild pigs come into the village at night? I don't think into the village, but very close. Although they were on Fatima's property, so that might be counted as in the village. This Sunday, the hour changes to winter. When it's 2 a.m., the clock gets delayed 1 hour. Yeah, I mostly noticed that like days after it happened. Because all my devices, they go automatically to the new time, and then I don't even notice that there is a new time. What about the new neighbors, the reconstruction that is taking place near your home? Well, we just talked about that. You tuned in too late. Watch back the video. If you put in an in-ground pool, the dogs might swim too. Yes. That might be good. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah. I don't think we're going that slow. We try to go steady though. Bye Jasper, catch you on the next live. Adios, hermano. Adios, Sooner T. See you next time. Sometimes at last they get caught on camera at least one time. That's not meant for me. Yeah, I should put like some cameras over there. Next to the new property. Because they come very close to that, so we should be able to catch the boars there. I haven't caught them on the cameras from the other land. Normally they're also over there. The girls are getting really impatient now. Days become shorter. Yes, but we have light and we're working inside, so... They also become colder. That might be more of a problem than shorter. It's still night at 8 a.m. and it gets dark at 18:30. Yes. Redo Deo does large batteries. Cindy Vine uses them. Ah. Yeah, like there are all these kind of, how you say, power companies popping up, and I don't think they're any good. It's these companies that go purely on like marketing and try to market as many products as possible. And as soon as something goes wrong, they just find new clients instead of supporting their customer base. It's very annoying. But a lot of companies are like that nowadays. But if you talk about like an unknown brand like this, I don't have much trust in that. Doug can dig the pool. Yes, that's the idea. It doesn't matter what country we are in, we love watching your daily vlogs. Ray and Martine. Thank you. What is going on? I need to go, guys. The girls are going crazy on something. Hi, Jasper. Hope you're well. Yes, I am. Thank you. Hope you're well too. Try to get in touch with Witron, Dutch company, and have the right products. Yeah, I could try them. Although I also had some negative stories about them. But I think in general they are like a kind of good company. Great live, Jasper, from a fellow PT renovator. Thanks. Eat so much pizza, might well have pizza over and cook fresh. Eat so much pizza, might well have pizza over and cook fresh. I don't know what you mean. Hey Jasper, get more likes than views right now. 142 watching and maybe an idea to get a concrete basement water filter to make for the pool. Yeah. I don't want one of the water agricultural water tanks. I just want a pool. It's just like with a composting toilet. It's not my thing. I just need a normal functioning toilet and a normal functioning pool. This is with what I mean with accommodating to other people, like making a whole wetland and stuff like that. It's not my thing, guys. I just need things that work and work straightforward. I'm gonna say goodbye, guys. Bye, Jasper. Have a good night. Amazing that you're all sitting in. Amazing that all you are sitting in new build. Yes. But I need to sit and really think about that because otherwise I just walk past it. You know, for me it's all good. Take care, Jasper. Bye for now. Go walk with the woofers. I will. If you are around tomorrow, I pop by and get some of those cactus plants if that's okay. Sure. Tomorrow is Saturday. I am home. Just in case you do go, we wish you well and look forward to your next vlogs. Thank you. Stay safe. Thank you, Marie. Zoe! If she keeps barking like this, I'm gonna sit here for 5 minutes more and like talk to you guys. But when your heat pump is running, it will be warm in your house. Hopefully. We're all hoping for that, huh? Especially Zoe. Also, friorente. Before you go walk the girls, can we expect a new video this weekend? Yes, you'll have one tomorrow. Good night, Jasper. Go walk the girls. Yes. Bye. Might well have pizza oven, I meant. Yeah, we have a pizza oven. But I don't know how to make the pizzas that go in the oven. Perfect, thank you. What was that for? Oh yeah, bye-bye. Good night, have a nice weekend. Walk in the woods. I don't think we're going in the woods anymore. We're going to the other land here, down the street. Because it's already dark and then the pigs are coming out and the girls are going after them. All the best in life. Thank you. Okay, bye. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for joining. 2 hours. God damn. Next month again. See you all next month.